This is the Bologna Tales, Season 1, The Bologna in the Mist, Episode 7, The Edgy Boy. Gayfenads awakens to the sound of birds as he quietly remembers the tragedy of the night before. After eating some pumpkin, he told Ratface and Mr. Pumpkin that Peter went back to Futka. He assured them that he got back safely. The adventurers head down to a nearby creek to get some water. Downstream appeared to be a man standing on a rock in the middle of the creek. Gayfenads could see his long black trench coat. His head was tilted downward, his icy blue hair covering his face. The man was holding a katana that was glowing blue. His slender appearance made him extremely agile over the water. He began swinging his blue katana as if an enemy was in front of him. He notices Gayfenads, Mr. Pumpkin, and Ratface staring at him. He sheaths his sword as the men walk towards him. He chuckles. The slender man began to speak. "I didn't see you there, simps. My name is Xavier Zhang Xenakis. My abbreviations are XXX. Who are you, simps?" "I'm Gayfenads. This is Ratface, and this is Mr. Pumpkin. We are on our way to the Kingdom of Jcloud," replies Gayfenads. Xavier brushes his icy blue hair out of his face, revealing his beautiful icy blue eyes. I was traveling to the kingdom myself. You see, I met a woman on Final Fantasy XIV. We've been chatting for a couple of days. I met her pugging E7S, which was unbelievably easy. I could have soloed it, to be honest. But, as you could guess, I'm a samurai main only. I can solo all content with my agile fingers. Anywho, she's a bunny girl, and she lives in the Kingdom of Jcloud. So I was going to defeat evil on the way to her in her name. Xavier smiles and winks. Gayfenads says, Would you like to join us?" Xavier says, "But of course, I need to get to my Dark Knight bunny girl. And I can help a few simps along the way. Oh, pardon my epic blue katana. Her name is Garuda. I have one last legendary Pepe card to charge her. She becomes this beautiful blue color that matches my hair and eyes." Ratface and Mr. Pumpkin wave goodbye to Gayfenads. Mr. Pumpkin says, "Well, we helped you reach the outskirts of the Tippy Forest. Thank you, Gayfenads, for allowing us to escort you." Gayfenads says, "Thank you for providing food and shelter, Mr. Pumpkin and Ratface." Ratface claps his claws together. "Goodbye, Gayfenads." Mr. Pumpkin says, "Enjoy the Electric Kingdom. I hope we cross paths again." Mr. Pumpkin and Ratface turn around and head back to their homes. Gayfenads compliments his dashing looks as they begin to walk and exchange stories. The evening grows as a dense fog envelops the men. Through the forest swamplands, they see a towering figure in the distance. Xavier tosses his beautiful, elegant, icy blue hair out of his eyes and mutters, "Now this is a challenge for me," and gives a dashing smile towards Gayfenads. The men both run towards the figure. Gayfenads gasps as he recognizes that the towering figure had the head of Ricket Randy's. The being was so grotesque, standing in the middle of the foggy swamp. Gayfenads knew that this was the Bologna King's doing. The abomination opens his mouth, which immediately blasts the eardrums of Gayfenads, and Xavier, with loud screeches. Xavier rolls up the arms of his trench coat, revealing his icy blue tattoos. Xavier unsheaths his katana and loads up his last epic Giga legendary Pepe card into Garuda. Gayfenads yells, "Nani!" Xavier's hair stands up as if being electrocuted. He runs full speed at the abomination. Gayfenads quickly unsheaths his sword and starts sucking on it. He feels the energy rush through his veins as he enters the Red Mage battle stance. He follows Xavier's lead and charges towards the abomination. As Xavier runs quick circles around the abomination, he makes swift, intricate cuts by Garuda, which severs all 8 of the abomination's legs. The abomination has no time to respond to the quickness of Xavier. Xavier smirks as Gayfenads quickly uses his sword-sucking magic to sever the abomination's head. Ricket Randy's head rolls into the wet mud. The abomination is defeated in an astonishing speed. Gayfenads pants sharply and says to Xavier, "You took down that monster so quickly." Xavier replies, "I told you, simp, I could solo anything." Xavier smooths his hair back, giving Gayfenads a flamboyant smile. Gayfenads says, "I think a sword sucker and a Pepe card wielder make a great team, don't you think?" Xavier pats down his trench coat and reveals his Gucci belt. Gayfenads gets a whiff of his Yves Saint Laurent cologne. Gayfenads says, "Xavier, your style is impeccable. Your style alone easily matches your fighting capabilities." Xavier dons his straw Panama hat with contrasting striped canvas ribbons and replies, "Everyone is honored to meet me," and takes a bow. Xavier smiles as he rearranges his trench coat, revealing a small portion of his studded silk satin shirt. Xavier says, "Let's go. We are close to the Kingdom of Jcloud." Word spreads quickly through the gorilla pigs who reside in the Tippy Forest. Within hours, the Bologna King hears the news of the abomination's quick defeat. The Bologna King has a meeting with Jester Jackass. "Jester, why did the mortals destroy our creation? Wasn't the Fuzzy Scroll spell used correctly?" Jester Jackass exclaims, I was told that the gorilla pigs who reside in the Tippy Forest devoured one of our men, leaving only one man left, and his name is Gayfenads. We learned that he mastered the art of sword-sucking, King." The Bologna King ponders. The abomination should have been immune to sword-sucking magic according to the Fuzzy Scrolls. Jester adds, There was another man. There was another man accompanying Gayfenads, a man of slender stature who helped him defeat the abomination." The Bologna King waits for Jester's response. "Well, who is he?" Jester Jackass says, I'm not sure, but the power he had made the abomination look like a declawed cat. Don't worry, Bologna King. I will find out who this fellow is. Xavier and Gayfenads finally break the tree line after a couple hours of walking. The evening sun glowing on the horizon. In the near distance they can see the Kingdom of Jcloud. Immaculate gold plating on the buildings and outer walls brightly shines. Behind the buildings stood a monumentous castle with large lightning bolt symbols that appeared to be cracking out of the sky onto the tops of the castle. Gayfenaz breathes out heavily with exhaustion and relief. He wishes that Peter and Rick and Randy were able to see the beautiful sight of the Electric Kingdom. Xavier brushes his beautiful blue hair through his fingers and gives Gayfenaz a dashing look. Well, what are we waiting for? Gayfenaz nods at Xavier, and the men head down to the front gates.